Millions of dollars they spend on girl thing. True. They go out the road and come for them girl shit. See all geisha, say she have a mother parade. Regular my pocket and come for the parade. Cock it up and believe what you tell me say she worried. Say yo, Keisha brother.
No, my Jenna.
Yo, Keisha cousin.
No, foreign village, me just land.
What you mean?
Me a Keisha house.
Son another man I take off the fingers down. Yo, I'm gonna think that down.
Alright man, them see what I say?
Dog, look how me just have to love my life.
Yo, crack man, no I pre-ready up just here. Yes sir.
I'm going to the artist to create a pop boy.
Chris, nobody kill herself, I'm not touching that. Just give me a one fuck. I just say she love my voice. Just think about it. Don't be loving twice. The Bible says when you have got the if you just come to Christ, so just pray about it.
Pray about it. Tomorrow you're going to hear about it. You're going to read and hear about it. And after that, we don't care about it.
Then Chris, when I do that, what happened to the kids then? Dad, remember saying something about the children. Chris, just listen me, no brother. Yeah, you can't go fucking together.
What?
You have to just know, sir. I saw the thing set down. If you start to treat you like king set down. And every girl catch me interest. And I just even can't get the ring set down. Look how much money you go invest. And another man I take off the pink dress down. Yo, I saw the thing set down. Soft girl treat you like king set.
Everyone professional, it's on the girl phone with a book in your head, you know. One of them who's a lad in your mouth, you know. Almighty, lead on the strike phone.
Yo, fire stick, I want that you do, man. I encourage him and I tell him man the violence against woman. Christian.
No, I'm a Muslim.
But I can tell you read the Bible, but I read the Quran.
Respect DJ. By the way, I love the album, man. I love Impossible, you know. I pull it up every time the song does.
Exactly. So you don't need to sugar, man. People are going to some biggie that people are going to Almighty, your next phone are ringing up. Oh, that's a man. Yes, glad. Wicked man, Chris. Walk one, brother.
Jenna. Rich back in New York in the devil weather. Girl, them feel up in the Jenna there.
Yo, listen to Chris. One thing as usual. Jumping on the place and rise up a new girl.
Change that. Where's the crack man? Team code. Oh, Jada dog. Sorry about that. When you finish, can I play? Sure. Change that song then. Change that, change that.
Oh, strike force. Come on, call him back there. Yo, just see your missed call. So one guy that said, no man, about 6 cars. Never get the phone like it a rinse off. Just put a married woman and a rinse off. Oh, but you know me just say you switch that. Your man can't hear from me brother Chris Stark. I want to hear DJ, you know do this car. Just the business say you keep this up on pink one. Pink one, mix up dog, you are think smart. But I ain't the do it so professor not to blink dog. We see it in me heart inside the more you think small, more you lost them like a turbo you install. Yo, look at that Chris Stark, next topic. Alright, sexy girl and big breast topic. Yeah, last time I rescue Keisha from my Benz money. You think I look a bit of girl before I come back for me? Chris my brother. No other. Dog you know a Keisha tell me say you fuck Tasha. Your boy for next girl, me can't bother. Just a go and fuck some boy wife and people mother. But the good thing say me not them and get me know real thing. Alright, solid them thing I'm gonna show you. You know shave a stupid from the Jamaican girl them dog more who you? Easy no Chris my G, them the girl is like we. No. But them girl be a Nike, not for we are Louis V, dog just a white day. We no like girl no wear big jaws and gun united. Girl confused, full of girl control. She link up and your body pants and shows. Girl confused, full of girl control. On the phone where you buy make a girl up close. Dog in a girl's class, we see you get straight here. Yo star man, yo sell me a grape here. DJ, this is a motherfucker like a ear gear. 3 best and me fucking on the same day. I say you deal with it, dog. You know play fear. Play fear, girl have to pay for me play fear. What on Chris? Yo, give me a pack of straight here. Fast your back on the thing when you're near. Oh, you know me artist. You know how to hear from the I do. Yeah, me just up my son on the gear. And them have a look with hair store, near. So my wife is able to stop and get a pack of here. So DJ, you do a boy. So me now have life. I'm full of so much girl, dog. You have choice. Hold on the DJ, my man. Hold on there, here. Alright, my G. Yo, put them girls for your Nike. Now we are Louis V, dog. Just a white day. We no like girl, no wear big jaws and gun united. Girl control, full of girl control. She link up and your body pants and shows. Girl control, full of girl control. On the phone where you buy make a girl up close. Wicked man, Christian of the city again. Squeeze up a boy, girl, diddy again. I say I deal with the road, wicked my friend. Yeah, them girl are wicked, me not the pretty for them. Boy, Chris, who put their heads there? Hold on, fire quick. I know fire quick, man, you got fire stick. Oh, so you want to move fence? But there, man, I travel with the thing for more fence. Blood clear, I never know the money in the car. DJ, you couldn't ever see how the killer them apart. You know the dog them have to be active anytime I touch the tire. Strike force, we read them on them in the style. And I see him where we rate you. Judge, that's why you say we call you and I hear you. Respect DJ, not lie, me love that. Oh, great as a family in the dog, the rum chat. Me have a shout about later though so we can done chat. Yeah, get ready before the girl husband come back. The friend of mine, cock up him wife and fuck that. Papa wife and this my friend Chris have gunshot. DJ. Girl is class, look learn and excel. Girl deep, graduate, girl don't get expelled. Any boy you sell out, so
Quality, equality R. Oh, did it? I don't know of it. Yo. Right, free. Where the push rank? Here. Oh. That good, man. Oh, Skybot in a gear. I inspect me just inspect you and see say in the gear. Oh, and I send one friend request, but me never want something never in a gear. Last night. Which oh. Buffalo. Can I play one alone? Yo, I'm gonna see you play here. When you finish then. Ah, forward, just forward. Yo. I'm gonna play alone to see you play here. I'm gonna play alone and see what you have on me.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual people with real claims. All parties have agreed to have their disputes settled here by Judge Fat Skull in our Supreme Fun Court. Them boy than they used to get. Find new girl away, that's the usual. Bring her own general, you lose again.
What you wanna watch it, girl? Body here come the national. Wanna get I'm gonna do watch it. Yeah, but what's on car game wife? When you check it out, dog, I wanna watch it. Realize, bro.
GPS, him have a high blood pressure, yeah, really depressed. But every single time him taking a year for her, she come link up and unleash her freakiness. She say she need me like how me need the sex, and say she really like how me squeeze her breast. Yes, so we send her the hotel address. Watch your boy a P4 for read the text. Them boy then they used to get 5 new gal away, that's the usual. The boy buy her shoes the gal, and then another man a take it off. Oh God, him up. Get girl lately, and that's why them movements are shaky. One of girl is so Becky or Jakey, you're JJ, every girl rate it.
Yeah, clown, nothing.
That's why some nigga want it.
Dog, one time they sang and used the tough one I road in a bigger. I'm telling you like that.
What
Shit, dog. Six the my name, dog.
What?
666.
They buy your name.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Damage.
Oh.
Bakayashan. What are a 16 kill Sean Lepan? Okay. Chip.
Yo, we have no custom car. Yo.
Mosquito, yeah, give me Iggy. Me have do not disturb on a number still a call me. Oh number call me and I do not disturb. Wow. You have to be really unlucky with that damage here. Yo, King FFY pre. Some thief of fear J them. Fear hurt. Let me get change your name. Me know say I fear J. What make you change your name? Not even one helmet, dog. Oh, I fear J. Wipe your phone. The man them we chat my account. Where did they ask for top up? Oh. Some picky fear J out of my friend this. So if fear J account did OG. Thinking y'all give the people them account info. Yeah, brother, that's it, brother. That's you not give people your account, dog. 2 people have in my account still, what? You know.
First blood.
Pull it door. Yes, daddy.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Interesting. Oh, I'm killing me. Trying to share this thing. See the pet there? And there. Yes. So I finally know what the bucket. Yeah, the man. Go and go pack out it. Name. Put them back in the fridge.
Double kill.
Yeah, business. Merci, merci, man. Send your number. I don't have no number, bro.
First blood.
And it's a jab every minute. So. Let's see.
Double kill.
Camp, I go camp. What am I seeing those alarm numbers? I'm 5 at it. Camper number 1. Camper number 2. Even. Move the wall. 2v2. What up, bomb? What them there?
First blood.
Read this. But just because I mess up that one round then that's how we lose and everything.
Gotta face it. We can switch places. You said that you got me, I know you ain't got me. The ones who left me said the same shit. I was thinking that you changed shit. Fuck it, I'm saying shit. Back on my head for this gang shit. You seen a lot but never say shit. Mama said, look where you famous. Look where you iced out. Listen to think you the greatest. We made it shine when the lights out. 100 shots, I got the bang with me. Ain't no lanes with me. Acting up, we think we're gang 50. Keep the gang busy. I'm a shooter, the shooters be with me. Passing the rock, and you know it's a Jimmy. What you doing ain't moving too iffy. Empty that clip, we gon' dip when it's empty. Girl, you know what's up. Hard to be showing love. I know I left you out. I was in the start. Sorry I let you down. I was going up. I'ma leave with the niggas I came with. You should've loved me, I'm dangerous. Mama said, look boy, you famous. Come that trap till they raided. Couldn't see no way up. Had to stay up. Get the shroom, don't lay up. Coming back and better pay up.
Interesting. Level 71. Headshot rate of 14%. And in goal out. Wow. Wow. Never seen a headshot rate so low. I'm on the master. Send it for them. Let me go have to look on it. And it done that much. Change it one after. Are them people here again? Are them people here again, brother? Resume. Okay. They see money again, brother.
I can find them for you. Tomorrow.
Just an April.
Because I don't know when it I don't know if it which 3 years ago.
Need some booyah, yes sir.
Because it's long time I see it there.
More okay fear. Checking out when he done this much. School tomorrow, yes sir.
First blood.
See the notification. I don't think I can paste in either. 2, 6, 4, 8, 8, 8, 5, 6, 9. I don't think I can copy and paste. Better just hold on for anything. We
Well, I'm
easy.
on that.
Why be?
You're up.
Share the live, people. What time you're in stream? I'm watching it. What goes up must come down. Yeah, man.
First blood. Double kill.
I'm like, hey, what's up, hello? Since your pretty ass soon as you came in the door. I just wanna chill, step up for some roll. Never to the money, I just to my soul. So the other wicked, now she remixing for love. She my track queen, let her hit the bingo. We be counting up, we just set it go.
Dog. Yeah, man, you can push to rank, man.
Double kill.
See, man, in front of me, G. Look, no. No, I'm not say. You can push rank, brother. Your rank goes upside, it must come down here, the man. Chest and say that, who said that?
Double kill.
Yeah. Rate this channel, bro. This our vibes, you know, man. Turn that shit up. You hear man name save it real. Turn up that. Turn you up. Start you over, earn you over.
Me ain't just hot.
I'm sipping on you like some fire. And when it's over, I press rewind up.
You watch yours?
Yeah.
Benjamin's all in my pocket.
I'm not smelling.
I carry
No,
my
sir.
shoes for some robbers. You play it back in, back in your robbler. Hey, 17 shots on 38. Hey, I got a Ferrari.
Catch it.
Like they have four.
Dog, me slap him man. 2 red brother.
Double kill.
Nice. Play with IQ, my G. Play with. Nice. Jaja dog. See why me does delete myself. See it, man. 2-man job, brother. Cheat.
Double kill.
Catch it. Go dead now. Catch it. Before you go be dog, you know play no IQ, brother. No play no. I think you did good, brother. You go all out on your ass, brother. Me not so ass, dog. Me did a diamond 4 this morning, brother. I'm around drop, dog. Like, say, rank enough for me, brother. I'm not telling a lie. More clutch up this still. Protection can go. Come to you in another thing, girl.
How much star is it now?
3 star.
Diamond 4.
And I still play with him. No, I one match me play with him. I one match me play with him.
First blood.
What the fuck?
I'm not gonna follow no man and put on a back door. Take out my gun skin there. When I look on that, brother. When I look on that, man. When I follow no man, when I change the eyes, when I change the nose. You see me? When I change the nose. When I do the extra, I'm gonna just be you. And you see me? Get what forget, dog. It's alright.
Me get me ugly bitch there.
Go on the body. Do the body street.
Frig uno. No minutes to 12. I'm gonna sleep here. What? How much minutes to 12? 12 I'm gonna sleep here, man. Language mister. What me say? I'm not saying nothing. Camp, never camp.
Never mind, man. 2 stone, 1 blueprint. I said it right? Because I got top of it. 2 stone. Man, we'll get this, man. That's 1K.
Are you sure about that?
You said dog word. What? One word I did for dog.
No password. Easy, man. Easy claps, man.
Let the girl accidentally shoot me.
1K gems I get.
Oh, my job. And I hit shot that too, you know. Let's say free fire team. Free fire stress, dog. Was a pure heart attack, yeah, man. And I be miss me the mister. Catching come upstairs and now. Hear me. If I was me done report the whole team, dog. Don't why I report the team for that. Catch him, me dead. Nice. Man on the roof. Me see it, man, me see it. How much star that, buddy? 4 star. 4 star. The demi. That me always 1 kill. Me exit the match in a dog.
This be the one, brother. I never, that's so good,
Stop the cap.
Exit the match with 1 kill, dog. Get out of my group, dog. Get out of my group.
That's how we need it, that easy catch, man. That's how we need it, man. No effort.
Then again,
No effort.
I don't care my ranks too, so. Then again, oh, I can't find any team. So then again, frig uno. Frig you guys. And a Chinese man them. Them you should have Cobra Bundle. Nope. I have Booyah.
Lo voy a sacar. Lo saqué. Mr. Paja, qué rico.
Give them a try and see how them play. Ready?
Mr. Paja.
Oh my God, Billy's not, never mind, Billy's not taking them. He's gonna cheap
Lo saqué.
He might get, like, he might get.
Mira, una drag paja, una drag queen. Una drag queen. Qué perro.
Cause man have one whole party, man a goal out, brother. Me about my fish for days tomorrow.
Dale,
You
otra
know.
cosa antes. No te saco.
It take too long to start friggin' match, you know. So then me a girl tell me, one girl tell her that you don't know that for yourself. You're down bad, bro. You're down bad. And you're together alone. You're down bad, bro. This man, dog. She a back fist me. Hear the man. She a back fist me. I don't really eat immortal I eat that, you know. Back fist me. Dog says she a back fist me. Shooting, brother, you know, say it properly. She a back fist me. Yeah, mad man.
First blood.
Damn. We now win this, you know, cause them a shoot we up, no go. Them just a slap off the vest, not test we, cause them don't know them are the best in the vest. Them you don't know what it means, so okay, sir. Must see me put it on as your alias, bro. So shush. Backfish, God. At 9:30 I'm here yarn already. Oh, hold on. I know a reason why. Never mind. I'm supposed to stop yarn. But my girl tell me. You have girl on me. Not even me have girl.
First blood.
What's that going? Then eat that.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Possibly as a result of those experiments, the current female titan has powers similar to other shifters, such as titan crystallization. Aaron stated that Annie's crystal was identical to that of the Warhammers, and it's still something that only these two titans have been shown to do. While it is plausible that maybe the female titan had this ability,
Friend, me friend.
can't rule out the fact that the titan might have donated a sample of the Warhammer if requested to do so by Marley. Only the tiniest piece would be needed for the female titans to start manifesting new abilities, so the Tigers could have helped out while still keeping the identity of the Warhammer titan a secret. Another power of the female titan is its
Yo. Spencer's in the house. She's my friend. Oh. Cool.
This means the female can affect a larger amount of pure titans, while unlike the beast, she can't create them, nor can she give them detailed instructions on what to do. A far as we've seen, Annie's scheme was simply make them go to war.
Even though she highly
They get the
active.
chance and they will
Cool.
First blood.
Oh yeah, girl, I do for now.
escaping situations where the female's body is trapped, or used to assemble an army of pure titans, which she can then lead into battle. The first time she did this was during the day they broke the walls down, as it was Annie that gathered the titans outside Wilmaria in the first place. The second time was when she led
Get him on them, get them.
However, a large portion of that encounter
Because them man a eat that, you know, them man a eat that, you know, dog, them man a eat that, dog, never mind, them man a eat that. Come kill him man a eat that. Why not a eat that? They are nice, them man a eat that. First time I see information. First time I see information, you know what I mean?
With that said, let's get into the backstory of Annie, followed by a look at the ancient female titans from history.
Literally, have do not disturb on me. I get notifications from TikTok. I not understand how do not disturb me.
But based on context, we can assume that it was somewhere on the Malian continent. We know for a fact that she was not born inside the internment zone, as her mother was just a regular person who lived outside the walls of Liberia. Annie was the result of an affair between her mother and an Eldian man, so once the Bloods confirmed she was an Eldian, she was sent to Liberia where she was adopted by Mr. Leonhardt. Mr. Leonhardt had a similar story to Annie, in that he was from another country, but was sent to the internment zone in Mali once his Eldian blood was revealed.
I know see if it cause,
Was to turn her into a warrior,
but it don't really matter.
honorary Malian. And as we know, that brings a lot of benefits, including better medical care. For Eldians living in Mali, it doesn't get much better than that. So from a young age, he would aggressively teach Annie fighting techniques from his homeland. At this point, Mr. Leonhardt was simply using her as a tool to achieve a better life, and he didn't truly value her as a daughter. As a result, her childhood was pretty crappy, but once she did become strong enough, she beat him so badly he couldn't walk straight for the rest of his life. This is why he's often seen with a walking stick, but at the time she beat him up, he was actually happy, because it proved she had become the ultimate soldier. After this, Annie became an isolated person with no regard for life, and we see this play out during her time as a warrior candidate, since she rarely
Stupid.
and sometimes squashing bugs. When she eventually became a female titan, she was regarded by Mali as the perfect warrior, as she used her extensive fighting techniques to destroy enemy nations. Over the next 2 years, they would feed her body parts from other titans, which possibly led to her inheriting the abilities like we mentioned earlier. On the morning of the Paradise Island operation, Mr. Leonhardt finally apologized, proving that he knew there was a good chance Annie would never return. In this moment, he knows that everything he did to her was wrong, and that his status as an honorary Malian meant nothing if she didn't come back. He made her promise to one day return to Mali, and this had a profound impact on the rest of the series, as Annie went from not caring about anything to then being motivated to return home. We saw this early on in the mission, where after Marcel's death, she was the one saying they should immediately return back to Mali. Although Ryan did manage to convince them to continue,
Let me what if I change RK bigger? Don't do that, bro. Why would you want to do that?
At this point in time, the warriors assumed that the royal family had the Valentine's.
It's just, you see what me put, brother, it's just a joke, dog. I never think you don't take it so serious, brother.
Should return to Mali, but was overruled by Ryan in this very important scene. This scene is a lot more crucial than I think a lot of people realize, but in order to explain it, you need to remember one thing. Even after Aaron was revealed to be a sister,
Bro, why not? It's just a name.
in fact, we can only confirm
Change it if you want. You can change it if you want.
the Fountain Titan was still in possession of the royal family, and Aaron simply had the missing attack Titan that Marley failed to capture. So, the question then becomes, if they didn't think he had the founder, why did Annie go
But now I take it serious, I just find it funny.
In my opinion, it all goes back to this conversation, as she is truly ready to return to Mali after 5 long years on the island.
Yes, sir.
Ryan insisted that he pointless to go back with nothing to show for it. Rather than trying to retake the founder, Annie had basically given up on the main plan and was trying to get Aaron instead so she could fulfill what Ryan was saying.
Do your thing.
By acquiring the missing attack Titan, it was at least something they could use to maybe claim that the mission was not a complete failure. If they had caught Aaron, Annie would have been able to return home to her father and possibly live out the remaining years she has left. That's why she was crying after her defeat, because she knew she wouldn't be able to fulfill the promise to return. Next up, we'll be looking at the ancient female titans from the past, but bear in mind there will be major spoilers ahead. So if you're
Yes, sir, me have Skylar.
already, then now is definitely
Buy Skylar.
the first ancient
And
titan
Skylar come free. Imagine that.
was brought back to life and immediately tried to kill Rhino. This shifter was similar to Annie's design in that it had virtually no skin, but some bits of flesh were more lightly colored than others. Its hollow eyes are a very common feature among female titans, with Annie being one of the few to have her eyes.
You mean, can I get mad?
Moving over to the
You have it on his team like a longer to get mad, bro.
As it was literally just flesh from head to toe. Even the most skinless of Titans usually have somewhere on their body that doesn't look like just muscle, but this one breaks that tradition with its horrifying design. Could you imagine how much scarier it would have been if this thing was chasing the cervical instead of Annie's virgin? I think a lot of us would have had trouble sleeping after something like that. Chapter 136 showed us a different shifter that seemed to have the least amount of exposed flesh of any female, and we also got this other one that had a really savage look to it. Something about this design just gives me bad vibes. Like, I feel like it was possibly even more barbaric than Annie was. The first bona fide female Titan was also seen in chapter 122 and possibly later in the manga, and her athletic body type is pretty much representative of what we come to expect. In the background, we
Just
see
some
a few other
arts.
female Titan designs, although these ones didn't really have much detail to them besides...
Where's a bomb?
As always, thank you guys for watching this video on all female Titans, and don't forget to drop a like if you want to see more videos like this. Until the next one, peace out. What? What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to explain every card Titan in the history of the Attack on Titan. I'm glad we're finally doing this shifter because it is usually the most underestimated shifter on Titans, and I do think it deserves more recognition. As usual, today I'll be breaking down the backstory of the card Titans we know, as well as explaining its abilities and commenting on the design of ancient card Titans from the past. Before we get into it, one fact I wanted to mention was that Isayama originally drew this Titan to be a middle-aged man. When the card Titan was first introduced in the manga, it looked remarkably different to how it later appeared in the anime, and the reason was that the manga version was a man called Oliver P. Sketches of Oliver's face can be found online, and when you compare it to the original card Titan, it's clearly meant to be it. Luckily for Isayama though, the human inside this Titan wasn't fully revealed until the Mali arc, so there was sufficient time for him to just retcon the whole thing. By the time the card Titan was shown in the anime, he could firmly been established.
Didn't mean that. You are real. What you say? You're gay.
I guess he decided that a
No, sorry, I'm not calling gay for you, dog. I know I get them gay. You're a fish.
Moving over to the card Titan's abilities now. It is the only shifter that walks on all fours besides the Jaw Titan, and its main power is its endurance. This endurance manifests itself in various ways, with an example being how Pete remains in a Titan form for months at a time.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks you, bro.
They crutch to walk until she's been in her Titan form for 2 months. When you've been that long without walking with your shoes and legs, it is understandable why you need to have a readjustment period before you can walk again. That's why Pete was lying down in the early season, and it's also why she's caught calling on all fours. Another use for the card Titan's endurance is its ability to do consecutive Titan transformations. In this series, I'd say Eren is definitely the person who has used this ability the most, and we've seen in the past how the Attack Titan can do 3 consecutive transformations. When it comes to the card Titan, Pete confirmed that it can literally do hundreds of consecutive transformations, which comes in useful if her Titan body is destroyed, but her human body is okay. Additionally, the card Titan can be equipped with cargo, armor, and weapons, turning her into a portable machine gun that can ram into enemies. This Titan also has superior biting strength to every other shifter except the Jaw, as it has been known to bite large chunks out of other Titans. On top of that, running on all fours gives the card Titan incredible speed, enabling it to catch Levi and Hanji by surprise, saving the lives of
Yeah, one thing, why pre?
Anyway, with that said, let's move to the backstory of Pete, followed by a look into the ancient card Titans throughout history. Don't forget to hit that sub button if you haven't already, and let me know if you prefer me to use the female Titan or the Colossal Titan next. Okay, so Pete is a Malian warrior from Liberia, and in the present day, he's had the card Titan for around 11 years. From a young age, Pete was raised by her father alone, with her mother never being mentioned once in the series, so it's kind of implied that she died, but we don't have confirmation. While she was still a child, her father was overcome with a serious illness, but as poor Eldians, they didn't have the necessary healthcare to treat it. This served as Pete's primary motivation to join the Malian warrior unit, as warrior families are given good medical care, most likely because they are honorary Malian citizens. Over time, she would eventually become one of the 7 warrior candidates who were competing to inherit the title, and since she was valued for her protectiveness. Hawker pointed out that it was her best quality, and throughout the series, Peter always made clever observations to score other people. When the time came for the candidates to inherit Titans, Pete was chosen as the card, and immediately assisted in the invasion of the enemy nation. A commander noted how the card Titan allowed the army to expand their tactics, with one of those tactics being that she would sneak vessels into certain locations before the detonating force of Titan. That tactic would be used again many years later during the Battle of China, so that time around, Pete was helping out. With Peak stated as a warrior confirmed, her father was given the care he needed, but was brought to tears
Nobody not up here.
daughter had drastically shortened her lifespan to save him.
Help me now,
When
youth.
campaign for Mali to invade Hardy's Island, Peak and Peak were chosen by the army to stay behind in Nigeria.
Get them in who say I was on TikTok.
However,
I don't know, I get one notification.
had anything from Ryan and the gang, so the remaining warriors were sent to visit the island, along with a few Malian soldiers. The Cart Titan was used to carry many supplies, including this special gas containing Z-spinal fluid, which, as we saw, it was used to turn the people of Ragako into Titans. A couple months later, she was used again during the Battle of Shiganshina, as it was Peak that observed the cervical soldiers the night before and informed the warriors that the scouts were approaching. In the battle itself, she was used as a means of transporting cargo, such as rocks or before the Titan. But her biggest achievement
Official owner of RK, what you mean?
both men were thoroughly
The Gilead attack.
but the Cart Titan's speed was able to catch them by surprise, and she stole the warriors back from enemy hands. In terms of the design of her Titan, its defining feature is its elongated mouth, which provides her with a greater biting strength than the original Cart Titan design. Peak Shifter is around 4 meters tall and standing in its
The Gil, a chat.
fully suited up, she has armor covering her face and the Panzer unit on her back. The fact she needs armor implies to me that she might not have Titan hardening powers. However, this is still an open question. Now, next up, we're going to look at the ancient Cart Titans throughout history, but bear in mind that there will be major spoilers ahead for the final arc of Attack on Titan, so if you're anime only, then I would recommend you stop watching. Okay, so the first
Team code after them before BR. I'm not playing a BR rank yet, bro. I'm not playing a BR rank yet. Where is Godly Son? Hmm?
There are less than 35,000 left in the world.
What do you mean?
As you can see, this shifter is the size of a regular Cart Titan. Its most distinctive feature is obviously its animal head. Throughout history, the heads of Cart Titans have always had animalistic features, with the very first Cart Titan having a mouth like a horse. The Okapi just takes this concept one step further by literally having the head of an animal. But overall, it's not that strange. In real life, this creature is known to have a long tongue, which can be used for many things, including grooming its ears and eyes. But in the Attack on Titan universe, we use this tongue to make out with Armin instead. Moving over to the Wolf Cart Titans, these were two shifters that could be seen in chapter 135, and the fact they look so similar tells us a few things. We already knew that family members who inherit the same Titan are likely to share some features in common, with the Galliard brothers being the best example of this. Given that the Cart Titan was held for hundreds of years by a noble family in Eldia, it stands to reason that these two Wolf Titans were members of the same family. Having a wolf head might have just been their thing. I mean, it is a pretty cool animal to get, and I imagine that it would have had stronger biting power than Peak. This next shifter I originally included in my video about all Jaw Titans, but today I'm going to hedge my bets, and I'm going to say that it might be a Cart Titan as well, or potentially a hybrid of the Cart Titan, Jaw Titan, and Beast Titan. It's already been established that when the original founding Titan died, her powers were split between her daughters. That means that at some point during history, there were at least 3 hybrid Titans, and this crocodile could be one of them. It has a long mouth and is
Me get when they make me guess is dog. Hold on.
It also has animalistic features. For example, it has a tail.
Makes sense. Well, I choose me to try focus.
Something I would expect to see from a Beast Titan instead. On top of that, it has sharp claws like the Jaw Titan, so I'm thinking that it might just be a combination of all 3. We have no way of confirming this one way or the other, so I figured I may as well include it in this video. Be sure to let me know which is your favorite Cart Titan design, and until the next one, peace out. In this video, I'm going to explain the life of Gideon.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
First character in Attack on Titan to gain the power.
Plus, no comment, and I like no comments to the Mary, brother. I think the way you want to, bro. And I like no comments to the Mary either. Nothing dog. And I like.
Which is why all present-day Eldians are referred to as subjects of Ymir. In the mythology of Attack on Titan, Ymir is believed by most people to have made a deal with the devil to inherit her Titan powers. But the reality is totally different. This video will delve into how she really acquired the power of the Titans, as well as what her life was like before she died, and the full extent of her Titan abilities. I'll also briefly be touching on certain events that happened after her death, although that is not the main focus of this video. Before we get into it, be sure to sub
You get that girl now?
videos like this, as we are on the road to 200k. To begin, Ymir was born in an unnamed village around 2,000 years before the start of the series. During her childhood, Ymir's village was conquered by a tribe
Watching this late night air, really?
was a guy named
What? How many watch?
The tribe was still relatively small during this period, so Fritz would grow his
We are
tribe
watching
by
this
killing
late
people
night
who
air,
were
really? Yep.
conquered. and Ymir became one of those slaves after her village was destroyed. In her early life, she
Attack,
didn't possess
Attack on
any
Titan,
power,
bad,
talents,
brother.
or anything like that, so she was powerless to fight back against the oppression of the Eldians. In season 3 of Attack on Titan,
Alright,
Frida
cause
Rice
school
described
starting back.
Ymir as someone who was kind and always thinking
First,
about
me
others.
was see some of the
Ymir's
hype for
kindness is
school,
no
dog.
doubt what led to her one day opening the gate of the pig pen and allowing one pig to escape in the process. I guess the other two pigs didn't really feel like acquiring freedom that day, but whatever. When Fritz heard that a pig was missing, all slaves were rounded up to determine who was responsible. And if no one confessed to the crime, then every slave would have one of their eyes taken out. Understandably, that threat did not get a good reaction from the crowd, as all of the slaves immediately pointed the finger at Ymir. My theory is that the slaves didn't know for a fact that Ymir was responsible, but they blamed her because, if she's truly a kind person, then she'd be the most likely one to think of doing something like this. After getting blamed, King Fritz declared that Ymir was now free to go, and she was sent into the woods as the Eldian soldiers hunted her for sport. They chased Ymir on horseback as if she was a wild animal, and their arrows pierced her in the leg and the shoulder. She probably thought she was going to die in this moment, but as she continued to stumble through the forest, Ymir came across this incredible looking tree with a gaping entrance at the bottom. Because she was looking for a place to hide, Ymir walked directly into the entrance, but was taken by surprise because inside the tree was a hole that she subsequently fell into. Sayama definitely tried to make this character suffer as much as possible. That much
I'm forward back here now, guys. I'm back. I'm back with another one, bro. I'm back.
A mysterious entity appeared out of nowhere.
When I didn't DM, I could just react to videos, dog.
This entity would be referred to by Aaron Kruger as the source of all living matter. Although, as I make this video, there is still no 100% confirmation on what exactly it is.
Hypogenia. Hypogenia, one kind of worm, dog.
Otherwise known as the Founding Titan. Judging by the way she towered over these trees, the original Founding Titan was even bigger than Berthold's Colossal Titan, and its design was incredibly unique. Unlike all the Titans we've seen, the head of Ymir's Titan is really just a massive skull. Her Titan ribs are also permanently sticking out, which is a feature unique to the Founding Titan. But as we saw from Frida, not every Founding Titan has this feature. Because of Ymir's subservient personality, she didn't use the power of the Titans to get revenge on the Eldian tribe, but instead she remained as a slave for King Fritz. It's funny because Fritz had genuinely told Ymir earlier that she was free to go, but after she became a Titan, it seems that she willingly went back to serve him. This may seem like crazy behavior to us, but remember that Ymir was still a young girl and had been conditioned to believe that freedom was not an option. Fritz then utilized her power to start growing the Eldian tribe into the Eldian Empire, as Ymir's Titan would easily crush other nations in battle. The country of Mali was one of her victims, and honestly, I can't blame them because what can you do against a monster like this when all you have is, spears and shields? Ymir would destroy Eldian's enemies by using the brute force of the Founding Titan. But I think it's important to mention that at this time,
We're giving spoilers, me just read season 2.
that's because things like Titan creation
I'm not watching the watchy, brother.
only work when used on subjects of Ymir. And at this time in history, there were no such subjects. Regular human beings are unaffected by the Founding Titan's other abilities, and so Ymir wouldn't have been able to turn people to Titans or do other things.
You can't, you know, spoil it because I don't like I can't see what it happen.
She would of course go on to have 3 daughters called Maria, Rose, and Sheena. If those names sound familiar to you, that's because
I know, but it's still spoilers. I don't know spoilers. Spoilers nothing.
these daughters would then go on to become the first subjects of
If I did spoilers more than they make him
Now I should mention that in the
explain. Yo, who that be? Oh, Mr. Bigger Bummy here in them. Oh my god.
to create these structures. This
Dog
helped
changing
expand the
name
Eldian
for sure.
tribe and allowed King Fritz to recruit more slaves, who were subsequently made to do manual labor or serve in the Eldian army. In a way, you could say that present-day Mali isn't that different from the old Eldian Empire. Because, I mean, when we look at Mali in the present day, they use Titans to take over other countries. And if you look at who serves in the Malian army, most of the people are either Eldians or foreigners. There are very few Malians in the Malian army. Anyway, going back to Ymir.
Of course I did.
She acquired the power of
Who do you
Titans.
think I am?
And in that
Think
time,
your
the
name.
Eldian Empire has
The more the
grown
name, I'm
incredibly
see you
well.
change your name to
On the
know,
final day
brother.
of her life, a rogue soldier in the Eldian military attempted to assassinate King Fritz. But being the person who always thinks about other people, Ymir jumped in front of the spear to protect her husband and was killed as a result. She must have been too severely injured for her Titan healing to kick in, as when we look at where the spear, where it pierced her, it likely went through her heart. An injury like that is probably too severe for
All
a
I
Titan
wanna
shift to
see is
heal
Aaron
from,
turn
and
into
so as a
Final
consequence, she
Titan.
was dead.
Watch it.
Her
I
doctors
that me
were
they say
obviously
brother. I that
horrified to
more
see
see
her mother die,
meet
but
Aaron
the king
turn
was
about
even more
it a
shocked
come
as his
the
invincible
episode they
weapon
come
had been
Sunday.
killed by
So
what he described as a
when the
Ymir
episode they
spirit.
come
Fritz
tomorrow
was
Sunday,
desperate to not let the
I
power of the
watch it.
Titans die out, and so he ordered his three daughters to consume the body of their mother, in the hope that they themselves would become Titan shifters. After eating their mother, the power of Ymir's founded Titans was split between the three children, and this division would continue until there were 9 Titan shifters in total. According to Malian propaganda, the Eldian Empire would spread across the world and would force other people to have their children, which of course would mean there would be more subjects of Ymir. The fact is that the more subjects of Ymir there are, the more pure Titans could be created. And the more pure Titans there are, then the more countries Eldian could invade. It was just a vicious cycle of creating Titans, taking over countries, and then doing the same thing all over again. Upon her death all those years ago, Ymir's spirit woke up in a deserted realm where there was initially nothing but sand. However, once Maria, Rose, and Sheena consumed the spine of their mother, 3 paths were created in this world that connected the 3 sisters. As they continued to have more descendants who would then eat their spines, the paths began to increase until it became what it is today. Each path represents a subject of Ymir, who is capable of turning into a Titan or Titan shifter. And what we found out in the manga was that every Titan that has ever existed was personally created by Ymir inside this realm. Whenever a Titan shifter would transform, Ymir herself would be in this realm and would gather the necessary sand to create that Titan. In this image, we can see how she created the millions of Colossus Titans that inhabit the walls of Paradise Island, but it's also stated that she made every other Titan shifter as well. You may be asking then, who created Ymir's Titans? And I think I have an answer for that, which is that we know that paths can transcend time, such as when Eren Kruger had memories of Armin and Mikasa. Therefore, if Ymir is the one who makes the Titans, then I guess in a weird paradoxical way, she likely also made the founding Titans that she used herself. If you can send things into the past, whether it be memories or the blood and bones of a Titan, then yeah, I don't see a reason why she didn't make her own Titan. But let me know what you think down below. Perhaps was there another person in this realm making Titans before Ymir showed up? I'd love to know what you think down below. And of course, hit that like button if you like this video.
This is stupid. Very
It was
stupid.
made in collaboration with the Attack on Titan wiki. For more information, check out the link in the description. The life of Ymir Fritz, Attack on Titan. Ymir Fritz was the first person to obtain the power of the Titans. She was a slave of the Eldian king who abused her power to bring prosperity to Eldia while devastating Marley and the rest of the world. 13 years after awakening her power, she died.
Free Fire get
Her
boring.
corpse was
Yeah,
then
want me a
cannibalized
push on?
by their daughters, Maria, Rose, and Sheena. Her powers then split
And
into
I
what
wanna see
eventually
Aaron
came to be
line
known as
here.
the
You know,
Titan
man.
Titans. Upon her death, Ymir was transported to the coordinate, where all paths intersect, where she molded Titans out of the sands and obeyed the royal family whenever they sought the founder's power. Welcome to the Amagi. In today's video, we're going over the life of Ymir Fritz. Before we begin, we publish a new video
push
every
on.
day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified
Free Fire
of our
boring,
latest
no?
videos. The Amagi's reach stretches beyond just this
Until
channel, so if
the
you're a
Free
fan of
Fire
us,
boring,
please consider subscribing to our other channels and following us on all of our social media. Help us reach our goal of
I'm in love with Aaron in a brother way. You know, man.
And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Background. Around 2,000 years ago, Ymir's village was attacked and enslaved by the Eldians, who also murdered her parents and cut out the tongues of the survivors. One night, Ymir opened the gate to a pen, allowing for some pigs to escape. Later, the tribe's ruler, Fritz, questioned the slaves on the culprit. The slaves pointed to Ymir, who was released only to be hunted down for sport. Wounded and desperate, Ymir found an unusually large tree with a chasm at its base. Seeking shelter, she stepped inside and, not knowing of the sinkhole beneath, fell down into a pool of liquid. There, a mysterious spine-like creature fused with her and turned her into the first Titan. With her newfound power, Ymir returned to serve Fritz and used her Titan to cultivate the land, build bridges, and amass wealth for the Eldians. Under his command, she also vanquished the armies of Eldia's rival, Marley. To, quote-unquote, reward
They
Ymir
me
for
why
her
do you like
service,
her
Fritz
shots?
took her
What?
as his concubine, and together they had 3 children, Maria, Rose, and Sheena. It was speculated that during this time, Ymir grew to genuinely love and care for Fritz, despite his behavior and attitude towards her. 13 years after acquiring the power of the Titans, Ymir died while thwarting an assassination attempt on Fritz, but then found herself in a mysterious barren land. King Fritz then forced his daughters to eat their mother's corpse in an attempt to preserve the power of the Titans. He commanded his daughters to continuously reproduce, to have their children eat their spines upon their deaths, and perpetuate this ritual from child to child so that Ymir's blood wouldn't die out and Eldia could rule forever with its Titans. Ymir's power was divided into
Look
9
through your
Titans,
window.
and she continued to serve her
Nope.
descendants, building them Titans whenever they invoked the power of the Titans. Mythology. By the Eldians, Ymir's existence is hailed as a god-given miracle. The restorationists claim that she and all subjects of Ymir are the chosen children of God, and that any atrocities Marley claims Eldia had committed could not have been possible because Ymir would not have allowed it. There was even an Eldian cult that worshipped Ymir as a goddess. On the other hand, the Marleyans believe she received her power from a deal with the devil of all earth, and used this to ostracize the Eldians. There are also those who believe that Ymir contacted the source of all living matter to gain her power. This theory is relatively unheard of, as Grisha Jaeger was unaware of it until Aaron Kruger told him. Many centuries later, Frida Rice would visit her half-sister Historia Rice on the farm where she was raised. During some of her visits, Frida told Historia the story of Ymir's deal with the devil. However, in the book she showed her, Ymir is named Krista. Frida advised Historia that she must be ladylike.
Rich
as
noob,
Krista
yes
was.
sir.
She spoke of Krista as being an altruistic girl and urged Historia to be
How
loving
come
and
I'm
beloved
rich?
like her when she's grown. However, Historia didn't remember these visits since Frida used the founding Titan's power to erase her memories after every visit. Historia would only recall
I didn't
vague
say you are
images of
bot,
Krista
okay?
in years to come. Return to Shiganshina.
Okay.
Some years later, when the Survey Corps discovered Grisha Jaeger's basement, he recounts his childhood when he was told the story of Ymir and her people by his father. Grisha writes of joining the Eldian restorationists in the nation of Marley several years afterward. Learning of the supposed great accomplishments achieved in Ymir's time, together with the resistance, Grisha declares that they must venture to Parody Island, where Ymir's descendants had fled 80 years ago, in order to retrieve the founding Titan and bring back the nation
A
of
2
Eldia.
pump you got on your
War
back,
for
you know?
Parody Army.
Dewey is the bot.
While on the
Yeah,
verge
the
of
man.
death from Levi's Thunder Spear, Zeke Yeager would awaken in an unknown land to discover Ymir's resculpting his damaged body with earth. During the assault on Shiganshina, Zeke and his younger half-brother Aaron Yeager are able to make contact with each other and activate the Founder before awakening in the paths. As Ymir approaches, Aaron notices her presence. Zeke explains that she's in fact the Founder herself. He then asks Aaron to go ahead with the euthanasia plan. Aaron refuses and demands that Ymir lend him her strength, but his pleas are ignored. Zeke subsequently reveals he has nullified the vow to renounce war through Ymir, who obeys only the royal family, her descendants. She promptly restrains Aaron with her chains. After Zeke shows Aaron the memories of their father Grisha, Zeke realizes that Aaron was responsible for Grisha's actions against the Rice family, and that his ultimate goal is inevitable. In a panic, Zeke orders Ymir to sterilize the subjects of Ymir, and Ymir approaches
What
the
I know
coordinate of the
if
virgin
you
paths
remember
of the
Jan right
Pharisees'
now,
will.
I'm sure you
Aaron manages to break free of his
remember
chains and
what?
reach Ymir before Zeke.
Lol, what I
True
know
to the
if you
attack
remember
Titan's
Jan
yearning
right
for
now, I'm
freedom,
sure
he
you remember
embraces
bad.
her and begs that she give him her
Same
powers so
bad.
that he
Oh.
can end this world. He assures her that he's not going to force her hand, recognizing that she's neither a slave nor a god, but a human being with free will. Aaron presents her with 2 options: to wander the paths forever, or help him with his plans. As Zeke desperately tries to stop them, Aaron asks Ymir if she was the one who called him to the coordinate, musing that she's been waiting 2,000 years for him to arrive. Ymir begins crying. Back in Shiganshina, Aaron's head reconnects with his body. As everyone looks on in shock, the walls crumble, releasing a horde of colossal titans as Aaron forms a new titan body. A while later, as Aaron leads the titans in the rumbling, an apparition of Ymir is seen by the boy in the moments he's crushed to death under the titan's foot. As Aaron converses with his friends in the paths, Ymir emerges next to Aaron in the coordinate, symbolizing their cooperation. As the warrior unit, along with members of the Survey Corps, engage numerous titans on top of the founding titan in an attempt to reach Aaron at Fort Salta,
Sorry, try to
Ymir
me in a
appears
good
and
way.
is briefly
Okay, bro.
seen by Armin Arlert, who speculates she's the one summoning the previous incarnations of the 9 titans. After Mikasa Ackerman swoops into the mouth of Aaron's titan, Ymir is shown to be standing in the mouth, smiling as she watches Mikasa kiss Aaron farewell after killing him. Immediately afterwards, Ymir relinquishes the power of the titans from the world. Watching Mikasa kill the one she loves was enough to release Ymir from the love she had for Fritz, who only wanted to exploit her power. Abilities. Ymir was the very first Titan, and the only one to ever possess the complete power of the Titans. All who come after her merely possess fragments of her power. Her Titan body was immense, even
Please.
by Titan
Yes,
standards,
yes.
and easily towered above the tree line. Using her immense strength,
They me
she
sell me an
effortlessly
account
wiped
no
out Mara's
breads.
forces.
My broke.
She was
One
also
for sell
very
account,
skilled
man,
in
account
controlling
for
her
sell
Titan,
that.
as she performed complex tasks
Please.
such as building bridges across mountains and cultivating the fields. It's said that nobody can surpass Ymir, and that because
Nobody
Ymir
have found.
died 13 years after awakening her powers, no one is allowed to live beyond that. This phenomenon is known as the Curse of Ymir. Her spirit lived on in a world where the coordinate resides. She's responsible for all Titan transformations throughout history. Whenever the power of the Titans is invoked, she builds the Titan bodies out of the otherworldly sand. She's also responsible for regeneration and resculpted Zeke's body after he was blown up. It reportedly takes Ymir a very long time to create these bodies. Zeke says it took her years to build him a single human body, but because the world in which she lives transcends time, the process was almost an instant in the physical world. According to Zeke, Ymir can create anything, even chains that represent the vow of renouncing war. Ymir is also the source of the Founding Titan's power. From controlling other Titans to creating the Wall
How
Titans
much
to altering
Jamaican
bodies of the
dollars make
subjects of Ymir, all of the
five?
Founding Titan's feats are done by Ymir after she's given
Yo,
birth,
you know, say
either
Monday,
by
me I got
scream
any
or in
stream,
person
dog.
to the
Come here,
world
go
where
my
Ymir
bed, want
resides.
sleep,
However,
dog.
because Ymir was Fritz's
Taha,
slave, she only listens to the
Abdul,
commands
right,
of the
pretty
royal
dog.
family.
Want
Thus, only the
sleep,
royal
brother.
family can use the Founder's power. Eren
I gotta
Yeager
start
became the
streaming
exception to
idea,
this,
brother.
as he invoked the Founder on
Me
two
there start
occasions.
drop
The
asleep,
first
dog.
is when he punched Dino Fritz's pure Titan and
Some of
commanded
them
Ymir to
I'm
make
out,
the
dog.
surrounding Titans
Me
attack
probably
China,
stream
and
again
after
in
she
a
was killed,
later,
he
dog.
turned them
But
against Reiner
for right
Braun.
now,
The second
I'm
was when
out.
Eren convinced Ymir that she has a will
Yeah.
of her own, freeing her from the royal family